afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to another OP replays. Hold my beer, and just like we did the other day, this is a Hall of Fame edition. Now we have two battles for you today. We have the Waffle, which is one of my favorite tanks in the game, definitely one of the best tier 9s in the game, and we're going to drop down a few tiers to tier 6 to watch an M6 battle. I wanted to drop down a few tiers actually, because I do want to just to show that I'm not only accepting like tier 9 or tier 10 or even tier 8 replays. Like, I do accept and try to show lower tier tanks as well, but not sort of tier 3, tier 4. People don't really find them that interesting. Maybe tier 5 if it's good enough. And that's the thing. People always say, like, dude, you don't show lower tier, because the battles are not worth showing. The battles that people send me are not worth showing. So I just went on to Blitz Stars, went on to the Hall of Fame, and I got a battle in the M6. So I thought, why not show that? But first up, Castilla, and we are watching the Waffle. We're watching CCNL in the Waffle. Now, as I always state on Castilla, this is probably one of the best positions of any map, depending on what the team do. Now, for our guy here, it is absolutely perfect, because most of the team are heavies, and they have all gone the heavy route. So he is getting all of these side shots. As long as he doesn't get spotted from that T55A there, and hopefully his medium tank can deal with him without him getting spotted, then it will be absolutely perfect. But as you can see, there is a Waffle there as well. So that guy is just getting deleted. And now, because of that, he's going to have to change up a little bit, be a little bit more careful, and not go for the heavy tanks. And of course, going for the medium tank, he is going to get spotted. But he does take out the T54. The T50, well, he doesn't, but the T54 is gone. Now, I was a little bit surprised that he is heading this way. I thought maybe he would have gone for the enemy Waffle. But he decides to go with his heavy tanks, and probably not the best of decisions in my opinion, because now he's going to get spotted from anyone. He's not going to have much shots. He's going to have to go low, which he is going here, so at least he's not going directly with his team. He is changing positions. He's gone for the IS-8 there, but now, because he comes to this position, when he's spotted, he has to constantly look out for the Waffle. So I would have thought maybe he would have gone for the Waffle. He's a good player. He knows how to play. And I think he could have dealt with the enemy Waffle. But you know what? He decided to come this way, and it is what it is. And he's still going to have a fantastic game. But it's just unfortunate now the enemy have two TDs that no one knows now where they are. So they have to now hurry up and take care of these heavy tanks. He's done a great job so far. 5,300 damage. The T32 there is a one-shot. The M103 is pretty low hit points. And the Emil-2 there with around 1,400 hit points as well. So he's going to go for the M103. He's going to just splash him with HE, which I like to see. I love to see that. People don't do it often. People do not do it often, and with a big gun like the Waffle, if you cannot penetrate, if a tank is in a hold down position, then just splash them with HE. As you can see, he's still doing 300 to 400 damage, and he's going to do it again. So him just splashing, that was 390 odd damage. It brings the M103 now down to very, very low hit points. So I love to see a bit of splashing with HE. You don't see it enough in my opinion. And before you know it, there is the two TDs still to deal with. But the heavy tanks now are pretty much getting taken apart, and they are both one shot. So the Emil makes a mistake here in pushing this guy, and he gets a nice little shot there into the Emil-2. And as you can see, every shot, I'm on 7k. Not quite. You're not on 7k yet, my friend. But you know what? He's still full hit points. He is still full hit points. It is a 3 versus 4, but he is now going to take care of that Emil. And again, a little bit of HE splash needs to get out of that way. That was unfortunate. Does take a nasty shot now from that ISU 152, which now makes him a one shot to both of these TDs. But you know what, even if he dies now, he can still hold his head up high and think, you know what, I've done my job. I got nearly 7k damage. I've done pretty well. But he's not finished just yet. He's not given up. He only, I mean, if he can get the waffle and do a nice HE shot into him, that's going to then bring his damage up to, well, nearly 8k. But I still, even though with the damage he's on, I still think he should have gone up to that hill. You know, because that now is the big difference. Like, where is that guy? Luckily, he does spot him, but he is spotted in return. And now he has to be very careful because you got the waffle to the right there. Don't know what that waffle's doing. He's not seemed to be looking this way. So he is able to get a free bit of damage into the side of him. Has he gone AFK? I'm not even sure if he's gone AFK or not. I think he has, you know. So hopefully, without looking at the ISU, needs to be very careful of the ISU. And he needs to deal with him. He needs to ignore that waffle now and go for that ISU, which is exactly what he is going to do. So he is now on 8,200 damage. Both of these tanks are now a one-shot. If he can get out of the way from this ISU, the ISU misses his shot. So now what he's going to do, because he hasn't got a shot, I thought he was going to turn around and maybe go for the waffle. But, you know, he's still going for the ISU. But you can still see him. You know what, while I'm in this position, I might as well just now go over the rock. Did the ISU, I think the ISU just missed there, so he's now able to get a bit of free damage into the ISU whilst waiting. Now, he knows exactly where the enemy waffle is. Kill the AFK, please. Is he going to blind shoot him? Please. I'd love to see a bit of a blind fire here. Can he do it? Of course he can. He knew exactly where he was. Absolutely amazing. Great play. And that just showcases what the waffle tractor can do. An amazing tank. Very, very good. So, GG there. 1800 base XP. But I think if the waffle didn't go AFK, I think that would have definitely been a different outcome. So even though he got 9k damage, I still think he should have gone to the hill, because he would have, I think he would have still managed to do that kind of damage as well, because he would have had, once he kills the waffle, he would have had free reign over the heavy tanks. But you know what? Not even a single player on his team did over 1,000 damage, while he's doing 9k. So GG there. Next up, as I've said, we have the M6 and we're on Copperfield and we are watching Crisp from the Typhon clan. Now, as I stated at the beginning of the video, we don't showcase these lower tier games, especially tier 6. Usually we end it around tier 7, because we just don't get a decent enough replays to showcase. And I don't want to just showcase any old sort of 3k game in tier 5 or 6, because they're not really enjoyable to watch. Yes, they might be a very good game, but they're not for the you guys watching. They're not that they're not exciting. They're not that exciting. But you know what? I thought I'll showcase this. It's a decent amount of damage, and it is in the Hall of Fame. So Copperfield, I love this map. I really do love this map, but you only now see it when you are tier 7 or below. You don't see it on the higher tiers. It's a very small map, and I think that's why you have the view of the whole map. And when you're in tier 10, it becomes very easy it's a quick game. It is a quick game. When you're in tier 10 on this map, usually the battles are quite quick. So Wargaming have just literally taken it away, and they only now show it on tier 7 and below. So you don't see it that often. Unless you play tier 7 or below, you won't ever see this map. Even if you're in tier 8, you'll never see this map up against tier 7. So it's, as I've said, I love this map. I really think this map is good, and especially when you're in a heavy tank with good armor like the M6 or the T50. The M6 or the T1 heavy. Sorry, I couldn't think of it. A tank like that, then you can really perform on this game, on this map. So he's actually pushing quite far up, and already he's on 2.5k damage. Like in 2 minutes, 2 minutes gone, he's dealt a lot of damage. God knows what this E25 is doing. He has just gone on a mental YOLO run, but that is perfect for our guy Crisp here, because literally every single player turned to go for the E25. So he was able to get this Tiger one down to a one-shot. He does clear him. You can see the M6 is a one-shot there, and he's now going to try and go for these tanks. I thought he was going to go for the National, you know, a bit of free HE damage, but he does go for, he doesn't want to expose himself too much, so he went for the MT25 instead. Now these guys are running away. Look at them running away, which leaves this M6 all on his own up here. So I feel sorry for that guy. But they did the right thing. They did the right thing, these guys. They are running away to go for the IS-2 Berlin. So they are all focusing one tank together. And just look how quick that that IS-2 just loses all of his hit points. So that was actually a really good play there for the enemy team. But you know what? Our guy here, he's already on 3.5k damage, so for a tier 6 game he's done a pretty good job. But there is still a little bit of damage left to go. It is a 3 versus 3. I think this Chaffee is AFK, so it is really a 2 versus 3. So he's not taking any chances, he's not dropping down, he's just going to wait. And I think what he's actually doing in waiting here is, because of the AFK, if the enemy team come around, they're going to spot the AFK, and because he's AFK, usually they just try to focus the AFK because it's free damage for them. So he's not looking at dropping down just yet. He's looking at waiting to see if they do rush the AFK. And of course there is the M4FL10, which is able to get that shot off. The Tiger is in the middle, so there's no reason for him to drop down at the moment. With the Tiger there, he's just bringing these targets out in the open, and as you can see here, he clears the MT25. So now that there is just 2 tanks left alive, he can drop down, no problem whatsoever. He's got enough hit points to deal with these guys, even though one of them, or the FL10, is a tier 7. He could deal with him nice and easy with his Tiger P. And now he's just going to get into the side scraping position, load up the HE, and just farm this National and bring him down to a one-shot. So 3 kills, 4.5k damage. There goes the M4 FL10, and he clears the National. So good play there. Even with an AFK, look, he even ended on a full hit points as well. So decent battle. 4.6k damage. Very well done, and it's nice to see that kind of damage done in tier 6. But is it going to load for me, or is it just going to be stupid? Come on, Wargaming, loads. There we go. So 4.6k damage, makes some nice credits, gets the ace, top gun, high caliber, and complete carry. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I am meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.
With